So this is Heather Chase speaking to you almost 2 years later. As you can see, I still look super tired and all that stuff, but I did want to give an update. I promised every 6 months, but life was life, and I was, to be honest, a bit scared to reappear on YouTube because it's embarrassing to speak your heart and speak your mind, and especially in this day and age, you can be who you are, and sometimes people will be very negative towards you. I did want to say out loud that my original videos were for not people who have already been smoking, but more for people who are thinking about trying. Maybe parents who want to show my video to their kids, and maybe if they deem appropriate, have their kids watch someone grow old and tired from smoking. So I've gained quite a bit of weight since the last time we saw each other, and that's no one's fault but the fact that I think my metabolism copped out, and I still have the same appetite I always did, so that's a thing. I really don't have much to say except that I am healthy still. Had my latest physical. Everything sounds good. Everything looks good. Unfortunately, I am still smoking. I am cutting back a lot at my business, at my job. I work in a generic office. I do customer service. I love people, and I love talking to them, and I love trying to help anybody in any way I can. It's not my dream job, but it puts food on the table, and my kids are happy, so that's what's really important. But I'm still smoking, still spending and wasting a bunch of money on cigarettes every couple of days. I'm trying my very best to cut back. I'm not going out on my lunch breaks to smoke anymore. It's only my first and last break that I go out, so small victory for me. Yay. It still doesn't change the fact that I wish I never started. There are so many other things I'd rather do on my break than try and find an exit to my building and waste a couple minutes. Sometimes with other people, but a lot of the time it's on my own or with people that I have nothing in common with besides smoking, so it can be kind of boring. None of them want to admit that we're all in real danger. I mean, everyone says what we're doing is bad and I wish we could quit, but nobody is making a real effort to quit. And I'm not counting on anybody else to try. I am doing what I feel when I feel, and that's skipping the lunch cigarette. It's small, but it's something. But I'll take it back to the very beginning, which is if you never start, you never have to deal with this stuff. And my daughter's gotten older now, and she has been asking me questions about smoking. And I've been warning her since birth that it's a really, really bad idea, and you get addicted for life if you're unlucky like me and millions of other people. When I started, I had made a pact with one of my friends that we would never smoke ever, no matter how tempted we were. And then one day we were out at our lunch break, and the cooler kids, the older kids in our high school had asked us, do you want to join us? And it was a big deal. Well, she broke our pact, and then therefore I did. I'm not blaming it on her at all. It was very tempting to do what the bigger kids asked us to do if we wanted to be a part of their group or feel like a part of the group. The silly thing is that to this day, I have not spoken or cared about one of those people that I truly cared about at that time and what they thought of me. I haven't spoken to any of them. I haven't, even on Facebook now that it's open and you can contact anybody, I can't remember one person or want to talk with one person from this group of kids that I desperately wanted to feel cool around. It was such a small thing at the time, and then turned into the most stupid nightmare I've ever dealt with. Christmas is coming up, and I would much rather spend money on gifts for my friends and family. However, my budget is really low, and one of the reasons it's really low is because I have to dedicate, almost $10 a day to my smoking habit. And let's put that into perspective. That's, if I do manage to be stressed out and smoke more than I anticipate, that's $70 a week. Almost $100 a week. That's a lot of money. A lot of money that could go to so many other things. And it's I don't even know what to say. It's such a pain to have this addiction and not be able to really do anything about it. I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing at all. It's a nightmare. It's a literal nightmare. Knowing that you have no control over anything. Especially not when you don't have control over what you spend your money on and what you are addicted to. It's hard to control anything else in your life. It's a nightmare. And something I didn't mention in my other videos is that I do have 2 kids, and I did quit smoking when I found out I was pregnant with them. However, as soon as I had them, I made it about maybe a week or 2 before I started smoking again. For personal reasons, I was in a very stressful relationship, and one thing led to another, and I couldn't help myself. But the point is that I quit cold because it wasn't for me. It was for them. And that was my first choice as a mother, to choose my children over myself and what I wanted. And I think anyone who is pregnant and smoking, oh my God, I know how hard it is. But it's your first choice. It's your first choice as a new mother in my case, or in your case, or a new father. Particularly mothers, because you're carrying the child, but it's our responsibility to make our first move as a grown-up, as a parent, as a caregiver, to stop smoking altogether. And then after they're out of you and you can walk away, or you can wait an hour and a half or something between breastfeeding or something, you know what? It's not perfect, but it's good. It's really good. And you should be very proud of yourself I am. I'm not proud of myself about quitting smoking while I was pregnant. I mean, that was a given for me. I'm proud that between breastfeeding, I was able to wait a decent amount of time, and then I would take a puff or two, and then put it out, and then wait an hour or two, and then breastfeed again. Everybody's different. Every child has different needs and different timing. With me, didn't feel great about it, but it was something that I needed. And when you're a parent, you need to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of your kids. And that's a really big thing. I'm getting off topic. But the main thing is that I guess something that wasn't clear to people who've seen my video before is that this wasn't, I'm not preaching or anything about quitting. I am trying to get word out to younger people who are not salvageable like you or I, like you or I. And you know what, those still pictures on a carton of cigarettes or a pack of cigarettes, they're gross, but they don't do anything. And I'm hoping that this video is more of a let's consider futuristic warning, and maybe get a younger person interested in my story so that they can say, hey, I'm so glad I never started, because that girl is getting worse, and they can follow me and see and not just read about what's going on and the causes of smoking. I don't know if you've noticed, but my voice is lowered like 2 octaves. That's not just because I'm trying to be quiet in my home. It's because of aggressively smoking. I've been pretty stressed out lately. And I'm sorry about the shaky cam. It's crazy. I think those of you who smoke a lot like myself are very shaky as well. We just can't help it. It's like drinking 10 cups of coffee. It happens sometimes, which is not great. Anyway, just wanted to give an update. I apologize for the shaky cam. If anybody has any questions or anything, I am more than happy to answer. Maybe not every 6 months, but you'll see me again. And who knows where I'll be. And like I said in one of my earliest videos, I only have 2, but like I said earlier in my first video, if in like 50 years somebody wants to do a quick compilation of my degeneration because of the horrible choices I made as a kid, that would be awesome. Because if I could change the life of one person, that would be great. Right now, we have pictures and stills and warnings, but it might be a little different to follow somebody who is living and breathing and perfectly healthy in all senses of the word, been smoking for 20 years, and we'll see where my luck takes me. I know it's nowhere good, but who knows? I'm still growing, I'm still learning, and maybe we'll find something out in the future that we didn't know about. Maybe avocados are horrible for everybody and we should just stay away from them. Who knows? We're learning new stuff every day, so love you all so much. Thank you so much for taking the 15 minutes, oh my god, the 15 minutes to watch my video, and positive or negative, comment below. I'd love to have a discussion with anybody. And like I said from the very beginning, if these videos change anyone's lives, even just one, that's totally worth it. So, thank you very much. I love you guys.